Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to discuss about the objective type question and answer from the part oscillators. Okay, from the subject electronic circuits to and electronic devices and circuits. Okay, oscillator. So in the previous video, I posted the 2-3 videos for the feedback amplifiers. Okay, so feedback amplifiers means amplifier with some negative feedback. If you are introducing means that is acting as a feedback amplifier. So what is the need for feedback amplifier means in order to obtain in order to change the gain of that particular amplifier, we have to introduce the proper amount of feedback, as well as in order to decrease the noise and distortion. Okay, in order to increase the bandwidth and improve the frequency response, in order to increase the stability of the particular amplifier, we are introducing the negative feedback in amplifiers. Okay, so the another one type of feedback, it is called as positive feedback. So that positive feedback concept is introduced in oscillator. So first, what does oscillator means? So oscillator, it's a self generating circuit. Okay, self oscillating circuit. Okay, without giving any AC input signal to that circuit, the circuit itself it will generate their own either sinusoidal waveform or square waveform or sawtooth waveform or rectangular waveform. So that type of electronic circuit, it is called as a oscillator. So there are different types of oscillator is there. Okay, low frequency oscillator, high frequency oscillator, then a very high frequency, microwave frequency, and so on. So we will discuss in this video, we are going to discuss about the high frequency oscillators. Okay, so in the next video, we will discuss the remaining low frequency oscillator and so on. Okay, so this video corresponds to the topic Hartley, Colpitts and Clamp oscillator. So the first thing you see, an oscillator always needs an amplifier with dash. Okay, positive feedback, negative feedback, both positive and negative feedback, LC tank circuit. So oscillator always needs an amplifier with positive feedback. So if we want to construct one oscillator, we need one amplifier with positive feedback concept. Okay, so depending upon the feedback network, so in feedback network, we may connect a resistor capacitor or we may connect LC circuits. We are classifying into RC oscillator as well as LC oscillators. So the positive feedback is the answer. So already you know the negative feedback is introduced in amplifier. The positive feedback is used in oscillators. Okay, so the next one, Barkashan criterion. So the Barkashan criterion is dash. So what is Barkashan criterion means? If one circuit, okay, one amplifier with one positive feedback circuit, it will work as a oscillator. That means it will generate their own signal with it will satisfy the two condition. That conditions are Barkashan criterion. So the essential condition for maintaining the oscillation, it is said to be the Barkashan criterion. So that conditions are, you see, I will give in given that answers in question number 3. So the first condition, that circuit must satisfy these two conditions. The first condition is that the magnitude of the closed loop gain must be unity. That is the modulus of A beta equal to 1, where A is a open loop gain, beta is a feedback ratio. So the product of A beta value must be 1. This is the first condition. The next one, the total phase shift around the closed loop is 0 degree or 360 degree. That is multiples of that thing. Okay. So these are all the two conditions in order to satisfy by the particular circuit if it will work as an oscillator. So these two conditions are called as Barkashan criterion. Okay, so this is the very important condition in order to satisfy for oscillator. So the Barkashan criterion is, one is positive feedback, then modulus of A beta equal to 1 and pi is equal to 0 degree or multiples of 360 degree. So this is the condition for the Barkashan criterion. Okay, then the next one, dash is a self-generating circuit and they generate waveform like a sine, square and a triangular waveform of their own without having any input signal. So dash is a self-generating circuit that will generate the waveform like a sine, square, triangular waveform of its own without having any input signal. Amplifier oscillator, rectifier, regulator. It's a oscillator. So oscillator is said to be the self-generating circuit. They will generate the different types of waveform without having any input signal. But amplifier, it will amplify the given AC input signal. That is the difference between amplifier and oscillator. Then the next one, the loop gain of oscillator to start oscillation. Okay, so initially, in order to start the oscillation, the loop gain means the product of A into beta. Okay, so that is A into beta is called as loop gain. So the loop gain of oscillator to start oscillation, what is the condition? Slightly more than 1, more than 100, less than 1, in between 0 and 1. So in order to start the oscillation, initially the A beta value is greater than 1. Okay. After that, in order to produce the sustained oscillation, A beta equal to 1. Okay. Then the next one, for oscillation to start, the loop gain is just greater than 1 when the phase shift around the loop is dash. Okay. So, in order to start the oscillation, the loop gain, A beta value, it should be greater than 1 when the phase shift around the loop is dash, 90 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree, 360 degree, 360 degree. Okay, in order to start oscillation, loop gain is just greater than 1. But the phase shift is same, 360 degree or 0 degree. Then the next one, when A beta greater than 1 and the total phase shift around the closed loop is 0 degree or 360 degree, then the output oscillations becomes dash. Over-damped oscillation, sustained oscillation, under-damped oscillation. So in one oscillator circuit, if the A beta, it is maintaining as greater than 1 and the total phase shift around the closed loop is 0 degree or 360 degree, we will get the oscillations is of, you see in the diagram, we will get the oscillations is of growing type. Okay, you see the amplitudes of the oscillation increases. This is the growing type oscillation. So this type of growing type oscillation, it is called as a over damping. Okay, so we will get over damped oscillation, in which condition A beta greater than 1 and phase shift is 0 degree or 360 degree. Okay, similarly, we will get two more condition. You see the next question, when A beta equal to 1 and the total phase shift is 0 degree, 360 degree, then the output oscillation becomes dash, over damped, sustained, under damped. So A beta equal to 1, phase shift is 0 and 360 means this is the Barkhausen criterion. So according to the Barkhausen criterion, we will get the sustained oscillation. So what is sustained oscillation means? So you see the graph. So here we will get the waveform of constant amplitude, constant frequency signal we will get. This is the sustained oscillation, in which condition A beta equal to 1 and phase shift is 360 degree. This is the second type of oscillation. Then the third condition, when A beta less than 1 and the phase shift is 0 or 360 degree, what about the output oscillation? The output oscillation become under damped. That is, under damped means if A beta this less than 1 means we will get the oscillations is of a decaying type. So you see the oscillations is of decaying type. Okay, initially the amplitude is high. Whenever the time increases, we will get the amplitude reduces. This is the decaying type of oscillation. Okay, so this amplitude of oscillation, that is the amplitude of oscillation decreases exponentially. So this type of oscillation, we are calling it as a under damping. Okay, so from this, so you see the three condition, one is A beta greater than 1 means we will get growing type oscillation. This type of oscillation is called as over damped. Okay, so you studied this over damped, under damped in control system. Okay, similarly A beta equal to 1 means we will get sustained oscillation, constant amplitude, constant frequency. Whenever A beta less than 1 means we will get under damped. Under damped means decaying type oscillations. Okay, then the next one, oscillator, it's a electronic circuit. Okay, it's an electronic circuit which converts dash. Okay, oscillator, it's electronic circuit which converts mechanical energy to electrical, electrical to mechanical, AC to DC, DC to AC. It converts the DC power into AC. Okay, for oscillator, we will not applying any AC signal. Only we will give the power supply, DC power supply. So oscillator, it converts the DC power into AC power. Then the next one, to obtain undamped oscillation, which feedback is required? Okay, oscillation, any type of oscillation, we needed the positive feedback. So to obtain undamped oscillation, we will get the positive feedback. Okay, for any type of oscillation, that circuit needed positive feedback. Then the next one, the voltage that starts an oscillator is caused by dash. Okay, so in oscillator, in oscillator, we are not at all applying any AC input signal. Okay, only that is a amplifier with one feedback network is positive feedback network is act as an oscillator. Then how the signal, the AC signals are generated? Okay, in that oscillator means in that circuit, so there is a that is due to temperature changes, there may be noise signals. Okay, a minimum in a millivolt level noise voltages there may be developed across the resistor. So that noise voltages are again and again amplified. So due to that regenerative effect, we will get AC output as a output. So the voltage that starts an oscillator is caused by noise voltage in resistor. Okay, so noise voltage across the resistor is given as an input to amplifier, so it will amplify. Okay, then again the output is again feedback as an input. So due to that regenerative effect, we will get sustained oscillation after a particular time. Then the next one, types of oscillator. Okay, Hartley oscillator. So there are there are so many classification of oscillator is there. So the one of the classification is based on the frequency generated. We classify low frequency, high frequency, very high frequency, ultra high frequency, microwave frequency oscillator. Okay, so this Hartley, Colpitts, Clap, crystal oscillator, these are all the high frequency oscillator. Okay, so this Hartley Colpitts oscillator uses LC tank circuit. LC tank circuit means in feedback. So you see this diagram. So this is the Clap oscillator. So in this Hartley Colpitts Clap oscillator, this is the amplifier circuit. Okay, one CE amplifier. So you see this is the feedback. So in feedback, we are using inductors and capacitors. So this circuit is called as LC tank circuit. Okay, so Hartley, Colpitts, Clap, these are all the categories of LC oscillator. L means inductor, C means capacitor. So Hartley, Colpitts, Clap, these are all the LC oscillators. Okay, so depending upon the elements used in the feedback, that names. Okay, so the Hartley oscillator uses, okay, two capacitor, one inductor in the feedback network, two inductor, one capacitor in the feedback network. So Hartley oscillator in feedback network. Okay, the CE amplifier here. Then in feedback network, two inductor. This is inductor L1. Here one inductor. Then two inductor and one capacitor we have to use in the feedback network. So this type is called as a Hartley. Okay. Then Colpitts oscillator. Colpitts oscillator uses two capacitors and one inductor. So in the place of inductor, there is a two capacitors, C1 and C2. Then in the place of capacitor, one inductor. Okay, so this combination, it is called as a Colpitts. Okay, Colpitts. Then the next one, what is the frequency of oscillation in Hartley oscillator? So for Hartley oscillator, what is the frequency formula? So usually the frequency formula for the LC oscillator is that the frequency equal to 1 divided by 2 pi into square root of LC. Okay, this is the frequency of oscillation for general LC oscillator. So in Hartley, in feedback, two inductors, one capacitor. So that's why in the place of L, the two inductors. Okay, so that's why the value is that the frequency F equal to 1 by 2 pi into square root of L1 plus L2 plus 2m into C. Okay, where this M is the mutual inductance between the two coil. Okay, so usually if the mutual inductance is 0 means this formula is 1 by 2 pi square root of L1 plus L2 into C, where L1, L2, C is the inductors and capacitors used in this feedback network. This is L1, L2, this is C. Okay, This is the formula. So you just remember it. Using this formula, there is a 2-mark problem is also there. We will see in the last. Then the next question, what is the condition for oscillation in Hartley oscillator? So in order to maintain the sustained oscillation, okay, that is constant amplitude, constant frequency signal, that a Hartley oscillator must satisfy the condition. So what is that condition? That condition is that this is the thing. Okay, so you just remember it, the HFE, okay, the HFE, the forward current gain, it should be equal to the ratio of L1 plus M divided by L2 plus M. Okay, where M is the mutual inductance. That is practical case, we are assuming the mutual inductance is 0. So mutual inductance is 0 means we will get L1 by L2. So always we have to maintain the ratio L1 by L2 is must be equal to HFE. This is the condition for Hartley oscillator. Okay, so you remember the formula and this condition for oscillation. Then the next one, to vary the frequency of LC oscillator, you can vary dash. Okay, in order to vary the frequency of LC oscillator, you can vary one capacitor in the feedback network, varying one resistor, varying two resistor, varying three resistor. Okay, in order to vary the frequency of LC oscillator in feedback network, we may either change inductor or capacitor. So here in the choice, the first thing, one capacitor in the feedback network we can vary. Okay, then the most widely used LC oscillator is dash. Okay, the most widely used LC oscillator is Colpitts. This Colpitts oscillator is used in super heterodyne receiver. Okay, in order to generate the high frequency signal, the most widely used LC oscillator is a Colpitts. Then the next one, what is the frequency of oscillation in Colpitts? We discussed for Hartley, for Hartley, what is the formula? 1 by 2 pi square root of L1 plus L2 plus 2M into C. Since in Hartley, 2 inductors, 1 capacitors we are using. But here the question is, what is the frequency of oscillation for Colpitts? So in Colpitts, 2 capacitors, 1 inductor. So the formula is that F equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C equivalent. Okay, where C equivalent is nothing but C1, C2 by C1 plus C2. This is the frequency of oscillation for Colpitts. Okay, so using this formula, there is a problem is also that we will see. Okay, 2-mark question. Then what is the condition for oscillation in Colpitts? So the condition for oscillation for Colpitts is the HFE equal to C2 divided by C1. Okay, this is the condition for oscillation for a Colpitts oscillator. Okay, so the condition for oscillation for Hartley is L1 by L2, but for Colpitts C2 divided by C1. Okay, so you remember, you compare and remember it. Then the next one, which oscillator is used in super heterodyne receiver? In super heterodyne receiver, in order to generate that high frequency signal, okay, we are using Colpitts oscillator. Okay, Colpitts is most widely used oscillator in super heterodyne receiver. Okay, then the next one, what are the applications of Colpitts? Okay, so already you know Colpitts is a high frequency oscillator. So it is used in commercial signal generator for a frequency between 1 megahertz to 500 megahertz. Okay, and it is also used as a local oscillator in super heterodyne receiver. Then the next one, which one of the following produces stable frequency? Okay, so which that is the Colpitts is most widely used, but in Colpitts there is a disadvantage is that the stability is somewhat poor. Okay, so in order to increase the stability of frequency, we are moving for the third oscillator. It is a clamp. Okay, what is the advantage of the clamp oscillator is that the clamp produces very stable frequency. Okay, when compared to Hartley Colpitts, the clamp oscillator produces stable frequency. This is a very important question. Which oscillator produces stable frequency? Means clamp oscillator. Then which type of oscillator is this? So you see the diagram. So this is the amplifier section. Okay, this is the CE amplifier. This is the feedback network. So in feedback network, this is the capacitor C1, C2, one inductor, then one more capacitor C3 we are using. If the C3 is not there means this is Colpitts. Okay. So here one capacitor, one variable capacitor is connected in series with inductor. So this oscillator, it is called as a clamp. Okay. By the introduction of this C3, this clamp oscillator, in clamp oscillator, the frequency stability is high. Okay. So this oscillator is clamp. If the C3 is not there means this is the Colpitts. Then in the place of C1, C2, two inductor. In the place of inductor, one capacitor is there means that is a Hartley. Then the next one, what is the frequency of oscillation in clamp? So in the frequency of oscillation for clamp oscillator is that F equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C3. So in clamp, the frequency is depending upon the variable capacitor C3, inductor and this variable capacitor C3. So by simply varying the value of C3, we can vary the different frequency as an output. Okay, so that's why the frequency stability is high in clamp. Then the next one, give any two examples for high frequency and low frequency oscillators. Okay, so the example for high frequency oscillators are Colpitts, Hartley, crystal and clamp oscillator. So we will discuss crystal oscillator in the next videos. Okay, Colpitts, Hartley, clamp, crystal. These are all the example for high frequency oscillator. These oscillator, it will generate the high frequency signals. Then the low frequency oscillators are RC phase shift, Wien bridge, twin T. These oscillators are low frequency oscillators. Okay. Then the next question. So these are all the 2-mark problems. Okay. So you just compulsory, you just see this question. So from this question, any one question making. Okay. So find C for Hartley oscillator of frequency 100 kilohertz and L1, L2 value is 4 millihenry. So this is the May 2018 question, 2-mark question came for the Anna University syllabus May 2018. So here Hartley oscillator. So the frequency of oscillation for Hartley, you know, F equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L equivalent into C, where L equivalent is nothing but L1 plus L2. So here L1, L2 value is given. So you just add. So 4 millihenry plus 4 millihenry, 8 millihenry. Then our question is that we have to find the value of C. Okay, so that's why then frequency is given. Frequency is 100 kilos. So you substitute the value in the formula. So 100 kilo equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of 8 milli into C. Okay, so from that you take square on both sides and you rearrange. You just find out the value of C. So the value of C is 0.3166 nanofarad. Okay, so in a similar manner, you just solve the problem. Okay, similarly, the next problem in Hartley, L1 is given, L2 is given, C is given. Calculate the frequency of oscillation. Okay, so here directly inductor L1, L2 capacitor value is given. The question is that frequency of oscillation. So F equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L equivalent into C. So first you calculate L equivalent. What is L equivalent? The addition of L1 plus L2. So 0.2 milli plus 0.3 milli, 0.5 milli. Okay. Then you substitute this L value and C value here. Okay. So here you just note down instead of this unit, you just substitute the value. So milli means into 10 to the power minus 3. Here micro means into 10 to the power minus 6. Compulsory you have to substitute. Okay. So you substitute and find out the answer. So the answer is 130 kilohertz. Okay. So this is a one type of problem. Then the next one, Colpitts. Find the operating frequency of Colpitts oscillator if C1, C2 and L is given. Okay. So what is the frequency of oscillation for Colpitts? So you know F equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C1, C2 by C1 plus C2. Okay. So you substitute C1 value, C2 value, L value in above formula. So you may get 43.1 kilohertz. Okay, so this is also a university question, 2-mark question, 2018 question. Okay, then the next question, draw the feedback circuit. Okay, or obtain the values in the feedback circuit and obtain the values of equivalent series capacitance required if the L is 100 millihenry is to oscillate 40 kilohertz. This is the May 2013 and 16 question. So the question is that we have to find out the element used in Colpitz's oscillator. Okay, feedback element used in Colpitz's oscillator. You know, Colpitz means 2 capacitor and 1 inductor. Here the inductor value is given, frequency of oscillation is given. So we have to find the value of equivalent series capacitance. Okay, so first you note down the given data. L is 100 milli, F is 40 kilohertz. Okay, so we know that for Colpitts the formula is that 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C equivalent. So from this our aim is to find out the C equivalent. Okay, so you just take square on both sides. You rearrange the formula. You have to find out C equivalent. Okay, so in that C equivalent, you just substitute the F value and the L value. We will get the C equivalent is 158 picofarad. Okay, so this is a one type of question. So for Hartley and Colpitts, you just note down the formula. If it is a Colpitts, the formula is 1 by 2 pi square root of L into C equivalent. The C equivalent value is C1 C2 by C1 plus C2. If it is a Hartley, 1 by 2 pi square root of L equivalent into C, where L equivalent is nothing but L1 plus L2. Okay, this is the 2 more problem related with this Hartley and Colpitts oscillator. Okay, so these are all the some of the questions from the 3 oscillator Hartley Colpitts club. So we will discuss the Aussie phase shift oscillator, Wien bridge oscillator, okay, and crystal oscillator in the next video. Okay, so thanks for watching my channel and please subscribe my channel for more videos. So okay, so and share this video to your friends also. So if you want to learn the remaining 2 videos, okay, the first unit feedback amplifier means I will give a link in the description box, you can see. Okay, thanks you.